Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we're back with an emergency podcast. We did one after Switch 2 announcement video. We're back again.
Yep.
It's, as of recording this, it's Pokemon Day. Pokemon Direct.
It is indeed.
It's just me and Jack today because everyone else is
Yep.
doing their own thing. So we thought, you know what? Let's just talk about the Direct. Now, going into it,
Yeah.
obviously I streamed it live on Twitch, on channel. Going into it, I was thinking there's going to be Pokemon Pocket stuff, there's going to be Legend Z stuff, and then potentially, in the back of my head, I was going, because I was reading the chat along the side before it started, and it was saying, oh, we're going to get maybe a new Mystery Dungeon game. Ooh, Gen 5 remakes. Ooh, all this stuff. And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, see, I always go into Pokemon Presents thinking they're always going to have the magical threesome, which is like Cafe, Go, and Unite, because they always do that. Oh, and Masters, it's magical foursome now.
Yeah.
They always just have those, and no one ever gives a shit about them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I expected, like I predicted a new standalone pack for Pokemon Pocket.
Yeah.
I predicted like Legend ZA stuff, and then something just random. Which I don't get my hopes up for like Mystery Dungeon or anything anymore, because I have to be resigned to the fact that it's not going to happen, so that someday if it does happen I can be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, this is true, yeah. Because honestly, I was thinking, oh, maybe they'll do like a remake, maybe they'll make a new one, because the last Mystery Dungeon was what, Super Mystery Dungeon? The new original one, I think.
The last original one was Super Mystery Dungeon, which was in 2015, I think that came out.
Yeah, it's 10 years old.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yep, September 2015. It's literally nearly 10 years ago, nearly 10 years old.
Yeah.
So,
and in the back
I've lost hope at this point.
Yeah, and then also at the back of the head I said, maybe they'll make a third DLC for Scarlet and Violet. Like, that was like a way off, but yeah, going into it. So the first thing I want to talk about, I'm going to try and do it in chronological order.
Okay.
So kicked things off with, oh great, Pokemon Concierge. Don't care.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it.
Have any interest. I don't have any interest in watching it. Honestly, it just doesn't seem like my thing.
It looks weird. Holly likes it because Psyduck's the fucking protagonist in it. It's the only reason she likes it.
Yeah,
I like the art style and everything. But
yeah, I was gonna say the animation looks cool, but it's just not my.
Yeah, it's not my cup of
kind
tea.
Of thing, really.
Like, I may get around to watching it one day, but probably not.
Yeah.
Then it did the whole mobile stuff where we went Pokemon Sleep, all that stuff. Pokemon Sleep,
yeah,
Pokemon Go,
which I don't know why Pokemon Sleep still exists.
I know,
honestly, I don't know.
I will admit now, when I saw like Groudon and Kyogre on the trailer, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh
is
yeah,
happening?
for Master.
I was going. Master didn't cross my mind. I thought, "What the fuck is happening?" And they do something with Gem 3. What's this? And then I saw Master, like, well, now I'm sad again.
Yeah, see, I just like. I knew that it wouldn't be anything interesting, because if they do ever have interesting stuff, they save it for the end.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be something random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
disappointing. So that's that. And we had what else was there? Pokemon Cafe.
Pokemon Cafe update. No one cares about.
No one cares.
Pokemon
no
Unite. I know a couple of people really like Pokemon Unite.
Pokemon Unite is a game I at least have played.
I have played.
I could theoretically get back into playing it someday, maybe.
Yeah. Like what are the three characters they announced? They announced, is it Suicune, Alolan, and Alchemy.
Which is a very random pick, but
I get the first two. Like Suicune, gonna be a powerful boy. Alolan, I feel like makes sense, but I don't. It does when you get left. They're playing it before. Don't you get like evolve when you get to a high level kind of thing?
Yeah. So you most of the Pokemon you start in the baby form and then they evolve as you level up.
Yeah, but there's like obviously. Character.
Yeah, so it's gonna be confusing, but they sort of already take creative liberties with it, because I mean there's multiple evolutions as well.
Yeah,
so like
true.
Eevee, like you play Eevee, but depending on which evolution you play, it just evolves into something different. But I respect the Alchemy choice, because one thing I've always liked about Unite, and I will say this for it, is that it's always like not been afraid to take random picks and not just the obvious ones. Because when it first came out, this was actually my main criticism of it when it very first got announced, is that it seemed like all of the generic picks.
It was like what, Snorlax, Slowbro, Pikachu, Charizard,
yeah,
Lucario,
like Lucario, Greninja, like Garchomp, like all of that, and
all the
Alolan
Tyranids.
Ninetales. And I was like, okay, come on now. There's so
Yeah.
many Pokemon. But then the game comes out and they add like Eldegoss and like Crustle
Like
and like
Gengar and
Mamoswine
yeah.
and Greedent,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay, you know what?
They're getting
Yeah,
there.
they have
They're
they have my
arriving in.
respect. They have
Yeah.
my respect, and they actually are not afraid to pull from all the generations, which is really really cool.
100%. Yeah.
So I can at least appreciate the picks. I think they're good
They're
picks.
good picks as
I
well.
thought it was already in it, to be honest. I'm surprised it wasn't already.
Yeah, that makes it. Yeah, true.
But yes, that's Pokemon Unite,
Then we got to
and
Pokemon.
apparently they're bringing back that map as well. I
They're bringing
thought
that
that
map.
map was just the map. I didn't even know there were multiple maps. I
Yeah,
thought that was just
there's
the map.
there's a new game mode I think where you have to get like 500 points or something, and if you get like
Yeah,
a certain level, you get like power ups and stuff. That could be
yeah,
change up the game a bit. If you're into Unite, it might change up, spice up a bit, kind of
yeah.
thing.
So that's cool for people who play
For
Unite.
Unite,
I went
yeah,
through a phase of it. I
yeah,
don't play it at the
I don't
moment. I
play.
might do someday, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the first bit I got excited for was when I heard the Pokemon Pocket noise. I'm like, yes, finally something I'm excited about.
Yes, indeed.
Arceus packs coming out as we're recording this tomorrow.
Yes. What is it called? What was it called? Radiant something.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Hang
Something.
on.
It was a complicated name. I remember that.
Triumphant Lights. That was it.
Triumphant Light. Yes, that was a very weird word. But yeah,
Yeah.
Arceus EX. I can't remember. There was.
Yeah, so Arceus EX. I think. What else did we see? I don't know. I don't think. What did we see? Actually, I might be able to just quickly
Did I?
find
I
it now.
think I
Hang
saw
on.
in my head. I was saying there's a Rotom EX, but I don't know if that was right or not.
They definitely emphasized Rotom for a second.
I did see Rotom like it's a ghost type, a psychic type card.
Oh, hang on a minute. Like the little like sort of like. Okay, so I'm looking at the Pokemon Asia YouTube channel right now, and it's got like a thing of like Arceus, but it's also got the other ones around it, which are quite prominent: are Raichu, Crobat, Heatran, and Tyranitar. So I wonder if they're going to get new EXs.
That's cool.
Is there anything else? I'm just clicking through. Oh, hang on. I can see. I appreciate you can't see this at all. So this is not interesting content. What is that? I think that might be Carnivine. There is a Rotom, but it just looks like a regular red. It doesn't look like an EX. Magnezone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So again, this is something that I had predicted.
Yeah.
I did think we were going to get a standalone set. So I'm not surprised. I'm actually very happy that they are like adding stuff quite a lot. Like it's not. I was really worried that they were going to like just have the base set and that was going to be it for like 6 months and then we'd get one new pack or something.
Yeah.
So
like, when did Pocket
there's a new Garchomp EX. That's a thing.
When did Pocket first come out? Like November, October? Was it October, November time?
I think it was like November, October time. Oh, hang on, it's showing more cards. So Adamant and Irida from Legends Arceus are in it. That tracks.
Yeah.
Leafeon and Glaceon EX.
Fair.
Anything else? No, that's just Arceus again. Okay, no, whatever. We'll find out tomorrow. We'll find out.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
What else did they say in Pocket? There's a new tournament coming, like event battles.
Yeah, ranked matches are coming, which doesn't do anything for me, but it's good that it's being added. And we're also getting like some packs, like some bonus packs.
I opened mine earlier.
Oh, you opened yours? Have I got them already?
I opened mine. One of the packs had.
I'm just gonna look while we do this. What did you get?
In my first pack, I got. What did I get? I got an EX I already had. I think it was.
Oh, rip.
In the second pack, I got Blastoise EX and Pikachu EX. I thought it was wild.
Okay. Oh yeah. To be fair, because they're packs from the first set, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, I got the Gold Starmie EX in the first pack, which I already had, which was a bit annoying. And in the third pack, I got a full art Weezing.
Okay, I'm just going to do a live opening now. Let's just see what I get. So I got Wooloo, Tentacool, Ponyta, Dragonair, Marowak EX, which I already have.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, with the original set, I literally have everything apart from the rares. So, yeah. Right, so that's that. That was the Mewtwo pack. Let's see. This is not interesting at all. I'm so sorry, but I have to do this now. So in the meanwhile, so other than Pokemon TCG Pocket, I think we got Blastoise EX. I've already got that.
They
We had.
announced afterwards the cards because
Oh yeah,
because they said Mega EX cards are back. But when watching it, I was a bit confused. I thought, are they adding Megas to Pokemon Pocket? Or what's going on
I
here?
I think it must be for the actual physical card game
I think it
because
is.
I know that Megas were in it, but I think they stopped doing them obviously because the
Because
game stopped doing
yeah,
Megas. I assume that they are bringing them
yeah.
back.
I think they are back in the card game because a glimpse in the trailer said if you knock out a Mega Pokemon, you get free prize cards. I'm like, well, that just wins the game in Pokemon Pocket if you get free prize cards.
Yeah,
So yeah, they're back in.
Moltres EX.
Yeah.
I got nothing good.
Just
Oh
tiny.
well.
Oh well, ripperoonies. But yeah,
Anyway, that?
all the Mega cards are coming back, or not coming back. They're just like adding new ones, I guess, to the
Yeah,
normal card game, which I think more people are playing because of Pocket. I think. Like getting back
yeah,
into
I do
Pokemon.
think it's brought more attention to the card game, which is nice.
Yeah.
It made me actually play the physical card game for the first time. I'd only ever owned cards before; I'd never played the game.
Yeah.
So
I've not
yeah, that
touched it
was
since
nice.
uni days. I only played it at uni, a bit of college really, but that was about it. But yeah,
But,
so that was all the
yeah, so
mobile
that's
stuff.
that.
We then move on
And
to
then
the surprise package of the direct. Pokemon
Pokemon Champions.
Champions. Now, watching it,
Okay,
now,
I'll let
right,
you say your piece first.
right. Going into it, I was going, what is this? What's happening? Because you got Dondoza versus Mega Charizard X. I'm like, okay, this seems promising. What's going on here? And then they said, oh, it's a battle simulator type thing. I'm thinking, hang on a second. There's a platform you could probably go to, do mock Pokemon battles against your friends online, on the internet, on multiple different platforms, on your phone, on your computer, whatever. It's called Pokemon Showdown. So, what Nintendo have done is, everyone loves Pokemon Showdown. Let's bring it to the Switch. I feel like this is what it's going to be. But
Yeah,
like after it, I was like, this is a game I'm going to try. I'm going to give it its chance. If I like it, it's going to stay. If it doesn't, I might be like a one and done. This is interesting, but Showdown's just better.
yeah. So, yeah. So my thing with this is that I've seen a lot of people online, you know, because I've been like trawling through like the Pokemon Reddit and stuff, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who are excited about this announcement.
Hmm.
I don't really get the hype for this, and it's not just because I'm not a competitive player.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that this might have more hype for competitive players, but I also don't see the hype anyway. And the reason is,
Yeah.
if it's trying to do it's very clearly trying to do what Pokemon Showdown does, right? It's trying to be an official licensed version of Showdown.
Yeah.
The problem is Showdown has like all of the old formats. It allows single battles. It allows you to just like custom make like your IVs and EVs on your Pokemon. It allows you to do all of that. It allows you to use Pokemon which aren't like. It allows you to like use any Pokemon, not just ones that are limited to like whatever game you're playing.
Yeah.
Um,
You can do random.
it allows you to use like old band moves, random battles, all this stuff. I guarantee you, this is not going to have any of that. Like it'll probably have single battle. It'll probably let you choose between single battles and double battles. That's probably the extent of what they'll give you. The rest of it will be the basic VGC rules. It will be like probably actually not even probably. I can tell you for a fact it's not going to be just every Pokemon because in the fine print, and I've got it right here, they
I
said
think it says.
at the time of release, only select Pokemon will be available for use in Pokemon Champions. Not all Pokemon available in Pokemon Home will appear in Pokemon Champions.
I think they can.
So
Yeah. I think I don't.
yeah,
I don't. The thing is, I don't know yet. I can't judge it until I've played it.
I have judged it already quite harshly.
You
I
have
don't
judged
think
it.
it's going to be any. I don't think it's going to. I think it'll be a fun enough experience. I just don't think it needs to exist.
True.
And I don't think it's going to be the new Showdown. I think people are still going to just go to Showdown instead of this.
Yeah.
Because this is going to have all sorts of restrictions and stuff. Showdown just is more. It's just.
It's more.
Well, I might say Showdown is more accessible, but Showdown's just got more options.
More options
and
on
I
there.
think that like it's just yeah. And some people are saying, like, oh well, they're showing like Megas and Terror in the trailer, so they're going to have all the old gimmicks. We don't know that. I would not be surprised at all. They dumped Megas, they dumped Z moves, they dumped Dynamax. I would not be surprised if they've only added Megas because they're coming back in the main games.
Mega
So I
and
would not be
Dino.
surprised at all if Z moves and Dynamax are nowhere to be seen in this. I would
Yeah,
not be shocked in the slightest.
like if Game Freak Nintendo does it right and makes it literally carbon copy of Showdown, but it's like has all the Pokemon graphics and it's got like ranking
Yeah,
systems and does all that. Woohoo! Best thing they've ever not the best thing they've ever done, but for the competitive
it
side
would
of
be a
it,
really, it
it'd
would
be a
be a
really
really
good
great
step in
move.
the right direction because it'll get more people to play the competitive format, which they've been pushing for ages. I'm just really
Yeah,
annoyed the competitive format is doubles. That's
yeah.
where because like the original roots of Pokemon is single battles. Double battles didn't come in until Gen 3. Like I don't
Yeah,
understand why the competitive format is double battles. I could rant on about
yeah.
it
I've
for ages.
always wondered that. I've always wondered that. I don't
Like
know why, but
like
the thing, yeah, the thing is that like if they really wanted to do, if they really wanted this to be the new Showdown, they would
mm,
need to have all of the old rule formats. They would
yeah.
need to let you use every
Mm,
Pokemon, not just the ones available in the games.
yeah.
Which you know we still have some we can't even use on the Switch at the moment.
Yeah.
CA might change that, but at the moment we can't use any. We can't use all of them. Um, they're not going to allow like old, moves from older gens.
No.
They're not going to allow like older versions of like abilities or like older versions of stuff from like previous gens, like before Fairy type existed or any of
Mm,
that. They're not going to allow like going back to before the physical special split, which is going
yeah.
to nerf some Pokemon.
Mm,
Um, they're not going to allow stuff like the sleep claws, shit like that. They're not going to allow any of that. That's not going to be in there.
mm, yeah.
I would bet my right arm that those things are not going to be in there.
Yeah.
So I just don't see the point of this existing, and I'm really disappointed that like we basically are resigned to getting one like non-spin-off game every Pokemon presents, and I'm really well, sorry, one spin-off game every Pokemon presents.
Mm.
I'm really
With
disappointed
the
that it's
Pokemon
this because
thing.
this means
Yeah.
we get nothing. We get absolute dust
We
until
get
ZA comes out at the end of the year.
we get doo doo, don't we? Yeah. That's
Yeah. So
like
it's I'll give it a chance,
I
but I'm not.
like I said in the reaction. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it its flowers. If it does it
Yeah.
well, if it doesn't do it well, then it's just going to be a game we're going to forget about and go.
Yeah.
Be like
It will be. It'll be completely forgotten. I absolutely guarantee you, like 2 or 3 years time, no one will be playing this.
oh,
Like
100%.
it'll just die off
Like
completely.
if they do judge it like they did with Unite, where over time they go, ooh, a new game mode in like 2 months, ooh, a new one, dush 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 dush, shiny things. We're gonna keep interest in it. It might do well,
Yeah.
but
Like bring back triple battles, bring back rotation battles. Like let us do like monotype stuff. Let us do all
yeah,
of this. I bet there's not even going to be a single player either. It's just going to be multiplayer
yeah,
battles,
probably.
which
I'm gonna be on the fence with this until I try it.
I don't even know if I'm going to get it on launch. I'm going to wait and see
Like
because
like if it's a free to play game, sure, why not? Because if it's on
yeah,
mobile, it has to be a free to play game, right?
yeah, but that's the other thing that also
Like
concerns
Unite.
me. That means microtransactions are going to be a thing. So what are they going to do? Like lock IVs and EVs behind microtransactions? Are
No,
they going to like make you
they'll
pay to like make you pay to like make your own Pokemon instead of import them? Like I don't trust anything when it comes to free to play stuff because
that
it's all scams.
Now, free to. I reckon that what they'll do is they'll be, ooh, new costumes. You can look like all these dream dealers or whatever. And you know the in Gen 4 where you can throw the Pokeball and then like magic stuff like hearts and
Yeah,
whatever.
like the ball
Ball
capsules.
capsule. I think it'll be ball capsules. It'll be outfits. It'll be maybe you can like make your like Pikachu wear a hat or something stupid like that, which affects nothing apart from it looks cooler. I reckon that
I
might be
hope
there.
you're right,
I
but
hope
I
I'm
don't think
right.
you will
I
be.
hope I'm
I
right.
hope you're right, but I don't think that will be the
Fix.
extent. I think those things will be in it,
Mm.
but I don't think that'll be the extent of it. I think they will absolutely have some kind of pay to win bullshit in
Oh,
there.
of course they will. But
So
we shall see.
yeah,
But
we'll see.
we've talked about all the
Shit.
non-important stuff, right? Right. We're moving on over to what everyone was expecting in this trailer. More Pokemon ZA news. We got
Yeah.
it. We didn't get much, but we got some stuff.
Yes. So we got. So I think first of all, this is obviously confirmed that this is not taking place in the ancient past.
No, this
I,
is
I think it is still in the past, but I don't think it's.
that's what I'm doing because I was in the stream. There's any shadow there, basically, right? The ones at work or whatever, and
Yeah.
they said I'm confused because AZ's in the game, right? We confirmed he works in the cafe or whatever.
Yeah.
He is a young man, right? Well, youngish, younger than he was in
Yeah.
X and Y, AZ's Floette is still alive. We know the war that happened in X and Y. AZ's Floette dead, right?
Yeah.
So it's before the war, but it's still like a technical, like advanced Kalos City. So my head is like, is it in the past? Is it an alternative universe? Is it this? Is it that? I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. You know what? I was thinking that it's still in the past, but actually now that I'm looking on the Nintendo website, and the wording specifically they've chosen is an urban redevelopment plan is underway in Lumio City. The goal is to turn it into a place Pokemon and people can truly share. So that makes me think that actually, because Lumia City was not a place Pokemon and people could share in X and Y, like
No,
Pokemon were hanging about, but they weren't like you couldn't have encounters in there. Like it was
no.
just a city.
Yeah.
So this makes me think maybe it is in the future, which
It's
is
in the future, but
strange.
AZ's gone younger and Floette's suddenly back. Or would you say AZ Floette
Well,
did come
he gets
back?
Floette at the end of
Then
X
yeah.
and Y, so that's not as much of a problem. I'm
Unless
more.
this
Hmm,
AZ in this game is like AZ's son, he's AZ Junior or something stupid.
I think it will be the same AZ because of the Floette.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Um,
thinking. But I don't
I'm.
know.
Hmm.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I am wondering because, like, obviously in X and Y he looks like a scruffy old like homeless man. In this, he's obviously like he's like got this like like obviously job at this whatever it's it was like a hotel or
Maybe he's just
something.
cleaned himself up, and it's like 10 years
Maybe he
after X and
has
Y. Maybe like
maybe being reunited with Floette, he's like
changed his life around.
yeah, he's got his life back together. So
And it might be like 10, 15 years after X and Y. It might not be like a massive jump in the future.
yeah, so I'm now thinking that actually maybe it is the future.
But not that far in the future, like a couple, like less than like
Yeah,
20 odd years or whatever.
yeah, that is actually what
Mm,
I'm now thinking.
mm.
I will say I'm if that is the case, I'm a little bit disappointed just because I feel like Kalos was the perfect place to have a past set game because of the war.
Yeah,
Like, it actually could have had some like really
the
interesting kind
war
of stuff
stuff
in
in it.
it.
Yeah,
Um,
I can
but
see that.
I'm not gonna complain because at least Kalos is getting some love.
Galos is getting some love. Like,
Um,
yeah,
and also maybe we'll finally be able to get the Eternal Flower Flower as well
that'd be
after being
cool.
teased with it
That'd
for
be cool.
over a decade.
It's in the trailer, so maybe we can get it. Who
Yeah.
knows?
So obviously one of the biggest bits of information we got is the confirmation of the starters,
Yes.
which I think a lot of people were predicting. A lot of people had predictions for these. I think a lot of people thought it was going to be like, well, people had all sorts of different logic. Like my
Yeah.
personal prediction was actually Chikorita. What was it? It was Chikorita. It was either Chikorita or Trico as the grass starter.
Yeah.
I thought fire was going to be Score Bunny,
Yeah.
and I thought water was going to be Piplup. So that's what I thought.
My predictions were I thought Snivy would be the grass starter. I
Mm.
think I went Chimchar for the fire star, and then water type I went for like either Sobble or Popplio or something like that. But
Yeah.
then we
I
saw
think-
them and we said, "Ooh, two from the same generation."
Yeah, so we have Chikorita,
Totodile.
Tepig, and Totodile.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think it's quite funny because I think after Legends Arceus, we all sort of set rules on the series of how the starters would be
After
determined.
one game.
Like after one game, before this must be how the rules work. It's like okay, so it has to be one from each different generation, and they can't be from the generation that the game is based on. And like they have to all be like we made all these rules, and
Yeah.
Game Freak were like, no, there's no rule. Like we do what we want. And I actually literally, I messaged you about this earlier. I literally had a feeling when I woke up today, like I wonder if they're going to just randomly have two from the same gen. And I thought, no, surely they wouldn't do that, but maybe they would. And then they have.
And then they did the two from the generation where the other ones in Legends Arceus.
Yeah. So I think the reasoning for this must be because the Gen 2 stars have gotten absolutely no love at all until the Legends games. I think this must be the reason for it. But the thing is, right, this now raises an interesting question because we're assuming that these starters are going to get, I guess, Colossian forms.
Now,
are they going to get Megas, though?
the thing is, right, after my stream, I annoyed Alka, I annoyed Hawk, I annoyed Bradlow to get their thoughts on this certain specific topic.
Yeah.
Bradlow said they're probably not going to get the forms. They're just going to get megas because if it's set literally 20 years after, um, in this world, it's like 20 years after Kalos. There
Yeah.
probably isn't going to be Colosseum forms. They're just going to get loads more megas come about. So,
True.
so what I'm thinking is, oh, because in my head I was like, ooh, there's going to be Colosseum form Embor. They may be able to fix Embor. Wow. But then I realised,
Yeah.
hang on, you're just going to get a mega. So you might even make even worse. I don't know. But we're going to.
Yeah.
But I think
So
the problem is we're going to get Mega Meganium.
Mega Meganium.
Mega Meganium. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm of two minds about that. I'm still kind of hoping that Colosseum forms are just going to be a thing because I really feel like the Hisuian forms of like the Legends Arceus starters. Decidueye was decent. The other two were massive missed opportunities, and I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I really was kind of thinking, like, oh, I really hope they kind of pull it out of the bag with like alternate forms for the starters this time around. But if they're just going to get megas, that's a bit of a letdown because I feel like the advantage of them choosing like Pokemon that have like got universally been quite hated, like Chikorita and Tepig, both of them are wildly unpopular.
Yeah.
And giving them a cool new final form would be a chance to make them popular. But if they get a Mega Evolution, it's just going to be doubling down on all the shit that makes them bad. Like I don't want Mega Meganium. I want Colosseum Meganium because I want it to like have I want it to like be an alternate form that has Fairy type and like a better moveset and better stats. I don't want it to just be like Meganium, but just like poofier, you know.
I mean, yeah, that makes. Yeah, but the thing is, right? The Hisuian forms worked in Arceus because it was like set so far in the past they could like evolve into the new ones today. If this one's set literally like, oh, let's just jump like a little bit into the future, they're not going to change that much because you can get Tepigs, you can get Chikoritas, you can get all these Pokemon in X and Y, so they can't have like altered their forms in that minimal space of time.
Fair.
Unless there's like this new concept where we wormhole. Let's just say there's a wormhole in Kalos, which
oh no,
because Hooper's Gen 6, right?
Yes.
Hooper could come in, big wormhole. You go through the wormhole. There's you go back to the war and you find all the like the old school Colosseum stuff, like you do in Violet, where there's time machine shit, right? That could be an option to get Colosseum forms. But other than that, I just think Rayquaza's going to be up in the sky. He's going to find more Mega Stones, put them everywhere. We're going to get new Megas for the stars. We're going to get a load more hopefully more Gen 6 Megas, because the only one we've got at the minute is freaking Diancie, the only one. The game that introduced Megas into the franchise, only that generation only had one Mega, and it was literally not even in the like base game.
A mythical that you couldn't get in the game.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see. We did a whole video on this.
Nintendo
Pokemon
that should get megas.
Nintendo mentioned this video in his stream. And like they'd be cool if that happened, but I knew what won that video, and I don't want that to happen. So
let's just move on to the whole like megas side of this whole discussion for a minute. So they only showed megas that we already knew.
Yeah, I was upset by that.
Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. I feel like because surely they're not going to bring megas back and not have new megas. Ones. They wouldn't make a big thing of it if they didn't have new ones. So I kind of feel like showing just one, at least just one, would have been a good way of like drawing you in. But they really are just like leaving us out here, like, you know, with nothing at the moment, just like keeping us hooked, just waiting.
Literally, we know the stars, and we know a bit more of the story of what the game's going to look like. Other than that, like the new mechanics, literally just if someone uses a flamethrower, you can just walk the other way and avoid it.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that in just a moment. But yeah, I feel like they have to have new megas. They have to. Like, they would be stupid not to.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious as to the decision to just not have any in the trailer.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll have to wait and see what they are.
Like, we could make an entire new video of what typings we think the Mega Stars could be. Like, Mega Meganium could easily be Grass Fairy or Grass Psychic or something.
I feel like okay, so this is the thing that someone did spot. In the like bit of the trailer where Chikorita is battling, it has Dazzling Gleam as a move, which it didn't have before.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that it will get a Fairy type somewhere along the line. Tepig, I feel like could easily beat Ground.
Fire
like
ground.
Fire Ground.
I can see it being
Um,
Fire Steel as well for some strange reason.
Fire Steel.
I,
I
I can
guess I
see
could
it. I
see
can
it.
see it, but I think
I
ground makes more sense.
I feel like Fire Ground makes a lot of sense, and that's also not a type of combo we had for a starter before.
No.
Totodile, I kind of feel like they might just go Water Dark. It's basic, and they did it last time, but I wouldn't be surprised for them to just do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Like
makes sense.
it fits Totodile because of
It
like crunch and
it hits
everything. Even
Feraligatr,
though,
beat
yeah,
Crocodile. Yeah,
yeah,
makes
so
sense.
it does fit, even though it's a bit of a boring choice, but it makes sense.
Also, Fairy
Um,
Dark and then like Fairy Dark and then what's
very dark and
like this is like
ground doesn't really
the,
work.
yeah. Steel.
Yeah,
This
what is
it
something that would
because Steel beats
there is
Fairy
nothing
and
that would
Dark.
work for that.
Well, Steel beats Fairy and Dark is resisted by Steel. No, Dark. No, because then Steel will just OP all of them.
Yeah, steel would just be broken. Yeah, I don't think there is a solution to that. But yeah, I think that's
Fighting.
what's going to happen.
Fighting. But he's already a fighting type. Maybe
Embor just keeps
he
fighting.
just keeps
That's like that is like the absolute. That is the absolute worst idea they could possibly do.
keep Embor
Like, hey,
fight.
you know how everyone hated this because it was the third firefighting starter in a row? Let's keep it as fighting type again.
Yeah.
No, go away. If we ever get another firefighting type starter, I'm gonna literally fucking fly to Japan and punch them in the face.
Oh
Um,
God.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, don't do that. But yeah, so that's that. I am interested about this combat system. I've got to say, I was like, the
Yeah.
one in Arceus grew on me. The like Swift style and Strong
Strong
style
style.
was like it was an interesting change. I don't know if I'd want it. I wasn't really sure if I'd want it as a thing going forward.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're not sticking to it. They're kind of doing their own things, which is actually quite exciting. To be fair,
Yeah.
like I'm interested to see what else they're going to do with the combat if this series carries on. This is this whole thing of like you kind of like position like the moves and everything. It looks quite interesting. It looks a bit more like strategic,
It
I
is
guess,
more
than we used
complex.
to.
That's why the use I
Yeah,
word was complex.
huh?
The word I used reactor was it's going to be more complex. My brain's not going to cope with it.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like I feel like they're doing this to try to make it feel a bit more similar to the anime, though, like the anime battles,
Yeah.
which I think is arguably a cool choice. We're gonna have to wait and see how it plays.
Yeah.
But I did end up liking the combat system in Arceus, even if it was a little bit bare bones.
Mm.
This looks a bit more interesting, and
Mm.
it's gonna give you type of viability to moves like Stealth Rock and all that. So
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. But that was about all that we got. I mean, we got these like introduced these new characters, like this
Rival.
CEO from the Corporation who's definitely not going to be the villain.
Yeah. The
We got
rival.
like rival. We got to see the player characters who actually look kind of cool. We kind of had a while there where like for a few generations in a row, like all the main characters were dweebs.
Yeah.
We've finally got some cool looking main characters
Yeah.
again.
True.
But that's about it, really. We really didn't get a lot here, did
We
we?
didn't get much, but I think it tickled the palate, kind of thing.
Yeah, I am a little bit disappointed that it's late 2025. I was really hoping it would be summer,
I was hoping it would be
but
summer because I think, oh, this will be a cool launch time for Switch 2 if that's coming out in
yeah,
summer. But
but yeah,
if
no,
rumors are true,
no. Although apparently in like I want to say like the Asian version of the Pokemon Presents or something, it said fall 2025 instead of late, but that could still just translate to like November or something.
yeah, I
So
reckon it'll be like an October-y, November-y type thing because that's when all the Pokemon games come out
almost
anyway.
certainly November. November is usually when they drop Pokemon
Mm.
games.
November, boosh.
Um,
Switch 2 comes
yeah,
out in like, I don't know, October, September, boosh.
yeah.
Yay! Whatever. But yeah, that
Yeah,
was
I will say I will say I am excited to see like the Mega Evolutions and like the
Mm.
updated graphics and everything. I think
Oh
that'll
yeah,
look cool.
100%. I think that'd be really cool. All I want to see
Yeah,
is some new Pokemon would be cool. That'd be cool. Maybe there's like an
yeah,
we did see those Zydoge and Zygodsell in the trailer.
we did see them, so I feel like that pretty much confirms that the Zygarde cells are going to be the new Spiritomb spirits. Like you're going to have to go around the city and collect all of them to get Zygarde like 100%.
Yeah, I do hope it's called Legend
Um,
ZA and literally if Zygon has to be like the main thing of the story. I'm now
It will
scared.
be
I'm
because
now
that was the same thing as with Arceus.
yeah, true. Yeah, you had to get all the plates, didn't you, to get to the end of the game, didn't you? You did all the trial. You did all
Yeah,
the trial things to
exactly.
get all the plates. You just go around and collect
I
100
am.
cells.
I will say one other thing I was going to say is I am like I'm kind of dubious about the whole idea of having it entirely set in Lumio City,
Yeah,
just because I'm worried that it's going to get a bit dull if it's all just in the city. Like I don't
yeah.
know. I mean, like the thing is, like in Legends Arceus, like most of the areas you went to, they didn't look that dissimilar from one another, but they still felt like their own areas,
Different, yeah,
and like it was kind of cool to like go to certain areas and be like, hey, this is like the ancient version of this place from Diamond and Pearl.
mm,
Like seeing like Verity and like Raminus Island
and
and
all
all
that
that
stuff.
kind of stuff, and realize like, holy shit, this is that place, and obviously Spear Pillar and that.
Yeah,
This is like, yeah, I'm nervous that it's gonna feel very samey.
yeah.
That is the only other
You're
thing I will
just gonna
say
go
about it.
to freaking Lumia City. You're not gonna go to Glittering Cave. You're not gonna go to Is it Alistar City where the freaking what's it
I
called?
think
The
so.
mega thing. Like there's good cities and stuff in Gen 6. Like
Yeah, there's like Reflection Cave.
they,
There's like the desert area.
there's
There's
the snowy mountain bit at the top. I don't know what
yeah,
it's called, but yeah, that bit.
uh,
There's the beachy
that bit.
bit. There's the beachy bit in the middle where like the
Yeah,
grass type gym is. There's the cool areas, and we're
yeah.
not
So
going to see
again,
them.
I do worry it's maybe a bit of a wasted opportunity for Kalos, but I'm going to reserve judgment because I'm probably going to end up loving this game regardless.
Yeah,
But if Zarkias is anything to go by, I'll probably end up
yeah,
loving it. But yeah, I'm nervous. It's the best word for it, really.
yeah. I feel like it's going to be yeah. I'm excited. I want to play it as soon as it comes out. It's going to stream.
Yeah,
Perfect. But yeah, that's pretty much all that was really.
yeah. There wasn't much.
No,
We didn't mention Pokemon Go. They're doing some, the
Gen
thing right
5
now,
thing.
which
Yeah, thing.
they announced it as a new thing, but it's literally already been going on for like 3 days.
Yeah,
So it's
it's
not
there.
really a
It's
big of
there.
an announcement.
But yeah, that
Um,
was pretty much it. Nothing major to report, really. There's some starters.
yeah,
Woo. There's a new on the fence Pokemon game. Pokemon Pocket's getting some stuff. Pokemon Unite's getting some stuff.
yeah.
Like when I said it when Alka said, "Yo, what do you think of the direct?" I said, "I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not underwhelmed. I'm just whelmed."
Just whelmed.
I'd give a direct a solid 5 out of 10. I wasn't hyped. I
Yeah,
wasn't disappointed. I was just yeah.
yeah. I mean, again, I've said before, I don't have any expectations for Pokemon Presents anymore because they never
Yeah.
have anything interesting until like, the last 2 minutes.
Before I
So
forget, Alka did send me a mini report of what to say in the podcast. Hang on, I've got to find it
oh
now.
boy, okay.
Hang on. Where is he? Hello. Yeah, sorry. Here's my thoughts. Mobile games. I am sleeping. That's all he said. Um,
Oh,
Champion.
disarming voice, not dazzling gleam. It was disarming
I was
voice.
gonna say
Chikoriya has. My bad.
Chikorita with dazzling gleam that early on in the
Yeah,
game.
no,
Jesus.
disarming voice. That makes more sense.
So he said his opinion on the champions was cool to have a Pokemon battle sim. Kind of need it because Showdown is fun and huge. It makes sense why they went that route because Showdown's so popular, but hopefully they do it
I
well.
understand why they've done it. I just
Yeah,
don't think it's going to replace Showdown. I don't see them having the options to do
yeah.
so.
ZA looks cool. Graphics could look a little bit better. Why are there two Gen 2 starters? Question mark. Overall, just kind of want to see more. Pretty much what we said anyway. Not we did judge
Yeah.
the graphics of it, but it feels like Scarlet Violet type style graphics.
Yeah, I
kind
mean,
of
it's
thing.
basically just the same engine. There's not really a lot that can be said about that. I
Yeah.
do hope customization is like good
Fab.
in this as well.
Mm.
Customization was good in Legends Arceus, and it was good in XY as well. So I really hope that it's good in this
So fingers
because, let's
crossed.
say, it's a huge deal for me.
It's top tier. But yeah. So yeah. So that was the Pokemon Direct. So we'll be back with another Emoji podcast in about hopefully a couple of weeks when it's Mario Day.
Yes.
Which I'm hoping for more Mario Kart stuff. I'm fingers crossed. I am.
Yeah.
I mean that I don't know what else I'm expecting really. To be quite honest.
Yeah, I'm not expect. I don't know what to expect. Mario has like been really like carrying lately. Like Mario has been peak lately, whereas like
Yeah,
Pokemon is kind of like in a bit of a draft at the moment.
yeah, because
Drought. What's that? Drought. That's the
drought.
word,
It's been a
not
bit
draft.
drought, bit of drought. Like
It's
we've had
been a bit of a drought at the moment.
because we've had
Mario is peak at the moment, however, so I'm very excited for what they're going to do
like we've
next.
had Wonder Party, Kart, all the DLC, like
Yeah,
freaking
literally, they're like
Super
all
Mario
the RPGs
RPG,
coming
Mario and
back.
Luigi's back. What else we
Yeah,
got? It's just been whoosh everywhere.
yes, great time to be a Mario fan. Pokemon, not so much,
Not so much.
but we'll
Yeah,
we'll see.
we'll
We'll
see.
reserve
We'll
judgment.
reserve
Maybe
judgment for Mario
Champions is
Day.
going to be maybe Champions is going to be amazing, and I'm going to be totally wrong. I won't be, but maybe.
Just maybe. You never know. Maybe Legend ZA will be the best Pokemon game ever. Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe Pokemon Pocket will take over the world. Who knows? It probably is all the way anyway. But yeah, so yeah. Let us know in the comments what your thoughts on the direct was, because you know I'm just whelmed, and Jack is only really hyped for Legend Z. So let's go. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye bye.